it crept away.
Listen, you got me in a dance party mood now, Harry. That was some jam right there. I felt like I should have been on the disco floor. I should have been on the floor just shaking it out. Oh, it is Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy weekend, Eve. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Welcome to LoveBabz, Love Talk. Adrian Jefferson, Harry said my title to my show was long. I was like, girl, I've been doing this for so long. How's it long? LoveBabz, Love Talk. 4 syllables. LoveBabz, Love Talk. That's it. That's it. 4 syllables, 4 words. ah, ah, ah. So I'm like, all right. So that was a good little party. Uh it's Thursday. What is going on in the Elm? Let me see what's happening. We had a great Harry, we missed you at the staff meeting yesterday. Were you not in town? Because you can get around now, Harry. You can come over to Paul's house. We had a good time. He made soup, the hottest ass soup I've ever had. It was good though. I took some home. And uh some fig Newmans. And let's see what else is going on. So yeah, yesterday was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I don't know what to tell you. I had a good time. The weather was perfect. The weather is perfection. Although today might be a little more challenging, but not even. I think it's still warm. Now you might just have to throw a jacket on or something. Maybe. Maybe. And it was a little rainy, but I don't think it's nothing to fret about. Nothing to fret about. Nothing to fret about. So anyway, it's Thursday. I will tell you this. Hanging out with the New Haven Independent people and the WNHH people yesterday is such a delight because I get to just feel like a journalist in the journalist war room. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the trenches with them, and and I'm not, but I like to think that I am when they invite me. And we're talking about the upcoming election, and we're not doing an election night thing. Normally, me, Markeisha, and Michelle do a election night thing, but I think we decided. Well, I think maybe I might have decided we're gonna move in a different direction this year. Next year will come. Well, the next election will be strong because there's not really much to report on, you know, for this one. So I'm going to some election parties. So what I'm gonna do is the party I'm going to, I'm gonna ask them if I could periodically live stream from where I'm at onto the WNHH Facebook page, the pages. So we'll see what happens. I'll ask and see what happens. But yeah, and then just having conversations with them about, the state of New Haven. It's just a different way of thinking about things and looking at things that I don't often get to see. It's like being in the bakery when they're making the croissants. You know what I mean? Like you in there. You got flour on you. You got. It's just a great thing. So Harry, you got to make it a habit of coming. I don't know why you didn't come. Was you in Waterbury at the Waterbury studio? So, ah, oh well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? So yesterday was a lovely day. So I've been wrestling with something that's been on my heart and mind, and I felt like it was turning me upside down a little bit because it just feels, um, I just feel I feel a way about it, and it really hurts, and I don't like the feeling of being hurt. No one likes the feeling of being hurt, but I really feel hurt and wounded by it. But then I realized, I had an epiphany this morning because I've been carrying this for about a month, the weight of this for about a month. And I come to realize, and then I'm gonna talk about last night at the event at the Afro Am Center about this beauty right here. Dismantling mass incarceration, a handbook for change. It was the dinner last night at the Afro Am Center. And it was so good. It was good. It was good. But I'll talk about that in a minute. And Anru comes on at 10:15 to get to some ancestor, check in. So I'm excited for that. And because Anru always seems to come just at the right time when I need him. And y'all think he's on this show because I want to share, his gifts. He's on this show because it's very personal to me. So, FYI, FYI, FYI. So anyway, I've been wrestling with something that has hurt me, and I have no explanation for the hurt except to say that it is irrational in its the person that's doling out the hurt it's irrational in its execution, and it's petty in its depth. And as try and I tried to try to, sometimes you try to make sense out of people's behaviors, and then you have to realize whatever's going on with them has nothing to do with you. And particularly when you know you are not the source or the reason for their unhappiness and their pettiness and their irrational behavior. So once I sort of squarely settled myself into that thinking, I was like, all right. And it took me this whole time, like the whole month, this whole month of October. And October is, my month, right? Where if anything's going to show up in my life, good or bad or indifferent, October is the month where it all shakes out. I don't know what it is about October, but it all shakes out. And this predates, going to Danbury, this predates all of that. October has always been one of those months that's just like it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And so I was carrying the weight. I woke up this morning better than I have in all of this month because I was carrying the weight of this. And I didn't realize how much it was affecting me because I didn't really give it a whole lot of energy until these last few days when I was consulting with people about it on a very real level. And then I come to realize, Babs, you are let the chips fall where they damn may. You're not afraid. Nobody's going to make me afraid of any damn thing on this earth. I don't give a damn if you think that you hold power, if you think that you have some agency over me, you damn sure don't. You don't. And let me tell you something. I swing a mighty damn good punch. And I mean that figuratively and literally. So I'm not going to let anybody's irrational foolishness, pettiness, sadness, unhappiness dictate how I move in and through the world. There is nothing that anybody can take from me at this moment that I can't go and get back. Not housing, not friendships, not money, not cars, not jewelry, not any of those damn things that people think that they have agency or ownership over me about. You don't. You do not. I am not afraid of a doggone thing. Nothing. Nothing. And, the life that I have built for myself has provided me with a wealth of people who stand at the ready to help me, support me, guide me, direct me, nurture me, love on me, and care about me. I am not in the desert alone. I will not make decisions based on being alone or afraid. I'm not rolling like that. I rolled like that in the past, and it tore up my life. I don't have to do that now because I have poured into my life the necessary things that are necessary for me to thrive and grow. So let me put this person on notice right now, and y'all can run and tell this to this person. I'm not afraid of you. You own nothing over me. You could take whatever you want. If it's yours, take it. But I will not be moved. I will not be broken. I will not be intimidated. I will not be fearful. I will not be any of those things that you think you could do to me, because you cannot. You cannot. You cannot. I'm here to tell you, you cannot. So whatever you need to do to make yourself feel powerful, make yourself feel like you got something going on, whatever you need to do, bring your best game. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I know how to fight these wars in the public, and I know how to fight them privately. So pick your poison, because at some point it's going to be very public. And once I put it public, I'm not going to stop. FYI, full stop. I'm not going to stop. So I just want you to know that. I just want you to know what you're dealing with, because I don't think you really know. And listen. This is not a threat. This is not, I don't threaten nobody. I don't got no threat in me. I don't threaten people. I'm just telling you, if you come for me the way that you've been coming for me, I'm not gonna just let you punch me. I'm not. I'm gonna swing back. As a matter of fact, I'm already swinging back. So I just want you to know, I remain grateful. I remain grateful for the care and the kindness people have shown me. But what I'm not going to tolerate is people's thinking that they could just run over me, treat me in their own kind of way, because they don't got nothing going on in their life, because they're so wounded and so unhappy and so small and petty and bitter that it spreads. And I've had this conversation about this situation with folks, and across the board, people have said bitterness and sadness and unhappiness. And I see it. I know it. I've always seen it. And then somebody reminded me, well, they've always been like that. And I'm one of these people. I can dig people even when they are assholes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm that kind of person. I always think I always think they're better angels than people than there are. That's a curse. I know it's a curse. I wish I could divest from that thinking, but I can't. It's just in me. I think it's my mother's gene. I think it's my mother's gene. Because, I think it's my mother's gene. But I say all this to say that once I opened it up and said to people this is what was happening, people were like, "Oh yeah, this is because of this. This is because of this." And I've learned in my life not to be in isolation about what is hurting me and what is trying to derail me. And now I don't feel that way. Now I feel like, all right, I have a plan. I have a plan. It's gonna take some time, but we got a plan. We are moving forward. I'm good. I'm not worried about anything. And I damn sure ain't afraid of no public humiliation, public anything. You can put it out there. I have no problems. I don't have to worry about people looking at me or whatever, staring. I don't care about that. Because once you already been through the fire, baby, a little heat ain't nothing. Once you done walk through fire, a little heat ain't nothing. So I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to yield to somebody's irrational foolishness. I'm not going to do it. And I've been wrestling with this for about a month, and I'm done wrestling with it. Listen, I'm gonna put it on the altar, and then I'm gonna walk away from it. And I'm gonna move as God would have me move. That's it. That's how I've always been. So the point of this little rant is this message. I ain't afraid. Come with it. I'm with it. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I want people to know that, you know? I want people to know I am not afraid because I damn sure ain't. I'm not. And that's really saying to myself, reminding myself, because I was letting this cloud hang over me, thinking like, oh, and then I realized, and then, and my besties will remind me, guard your peace, and then my hood friends will be like, just drop the dime, Babz, just drop the dime. And then my hood friends, because if you ain't got no hood friends, I don't. Are you even really alive? My hood friends is like, just sit on the porch and we'll know. That's the sign. I was like, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And I don't. And I'm not a threatening person. I don't talk ish that I can't back up. I have resources and people who stand at the ready to support me. So I'm not alone. It's not even a fight. It's just behaviors that are just unbecoming for somebody. And it's not just, and here's the thing. It's that the behaviors are not just toward me, because the folks that I've been talking to about this, they have said, this has been an ongoing concern for years and years and years, for years. So it's not like I'm just now getting a taste of it for whatever, and I know the reasons why I'm getting it. Because, listen, I I I I know for some people I could be inspiring. It's fine. There are people who inspire me all the time, and I'm in awe of. So we all should be that to each other. And then there are some people who the brightness of my life irritates them, just too much in their eyes. I know, and people tell me that too. I know that too. I know. Listen, I know, but none of that, whether I'm inspiring or whether you just can't stand me, it is of no consequence to me. That's the point that I want people to get. It's okay. You admire me. You're inspired by me. Great. I listen. Good. I'm glad anything that I have to say or do is resonating in your life. Cool. If you cannot stand me, that's another cool. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing that I could do to make anybody like me. Nothing. If you don't already dig me, you're not gonna dig me. The more that I talk, the more that I show up in the world, the more that I'm fly, it's just gonna make you more not like me. Nothing I can do about that. I don't even and listen, I never talk about this kind of stuff because it is of no consequence to me. I can't spend my time. This is not eighth grade, right? Like I'm 61 years old. If I spent my time at 61 thinking about who does not like me, child, push me off a bridge, please, because I'm done. I'm not worried about that. Are you kidding me? who who doesn't? Child, listen, you need to get yourself right with the ancestors. Anru will be on at 10:15, and I'm gonna bring up. How do we get to a place of uh dealing with people who don't like us? You know, I guess maybe I don't want to give any energies. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anru will talk about whatever Anru want to talk about. So anyway, so I'm just sharing that because I just want y'all to know that I feel very much lifted, and I'm gonna move accordingly. And this matter that was weighing on me, it wasn't a heavy weight, but I don't like any kind of distractions when I'm trying to make some moves in the world. And this was a distraction for me. And it wounded me. That's really what it was. It hurt. It doesn't hurt now. Because I don't know, I went to bed last night and I was thinking about this. And I'm always like, God, just like whatever, just keep moving me forward. And then I woke up at about 4:10 and I was like, oh, this is lifted. It is lifted. Just like that. It's like it's lifted. And Babs, and I could hear God very clearly. Listen, you're not without options here. Whatever option you pick, I got you. That's the voice of God. You got this is what God said to me this morning at 4:10. You have options. Whatever option you choose, I'm with you. Okay. And then just like that, I was like, okay, let me go to the bathroom. Let me get back in the bed and go back to sleep. And I woke up this morning, and when I got up, when I woke up, I was like, it's lifted. It's lifted. It is lifted. So so that's all I wanted to say. That's all. That's what I wanted to say. So good morning. Oh, so over at the lunch, uh, they had my award. Look, Harry, I got the award. It should say Harry Droves on here too. It should say Babz Rawls-Ivy, and then underneath it should say Harry Droves. Because Harry's the guy. But Harry, didn't you get one of these too for like being extraordinary? So this is it. I don't know, it might be reading backwards because it's on the screen, but thank you, Tom Breen. Thank you, Paul Bass. I got my first award. And you would have thought this was a daggone Emmy. Lord Black Jesus, if I win an Emmy, I'll be all over the place. Harry, you gotta find me some old school Pentecostal music, like some old school, you know, Christian music, so you can, put it up when you go like, where they do foot stomping and clapping, what I'm talking about, Harry. You grew up in a Pentecostal church. We need some of that. We need some of that music. But yeah, so anyway, this was for the conversation I had with the American modern opera people. And they're the ones that had the baby on too, which was so adorable. So I'm gonna go find it and post it up. Uh, I'm gonna post it up because we save everything, so it lives in perpetuity online. But yeah, so I got third place podcasting hyper local, New Haven Independent. Woohoo! Love Babz, love talk with Babz Rawls-Ivy, American Modern Opera Company. Yay! One of many to come, I hope. I don't care what y'all say. I'm happy I won some. It means something to me. I don't care. It means something to me. So anyway, last night at the dinner, it was a wonderful, rich conversation. This book is chock full. It's a vital reader on ending mass incarceration from advocates, experts, and formerly incarcerated people. I would have loved to lend my voice to this thing if I was asked. Ah! But it's a good read, and my part in it, I read and it's a book club, right? So at Possible Futures, teacher Steve um um hosted high school and community students along with himself and a couple of other teachers, and so they picked chapters from this book, and the ones that we picked were prison. The ones that they picked, I didn't pick a damn thing. I went along with whatever they said. Um, so this is public defender and prisons because I'm interested in that. And this thing was hosted by the Justice Collaboratory, who I know they've been on the show, and they have this beautiful book that they have postcards from. But anyway, they were the host of this last night, and at the Afro Am Center, at the house on Yale's campus. And it was just rich to just hear people's take on what they've read. Some people were further along in the book, like I'm so not far along in this book. I've only read a couple of chapters I only read a couple of essays, a couple of pieces under prisons and public defenders. And it's quite, I will say, it is quite thought-provoking, the breadth and the depth of the kinds of essays that are in here, and the pieces that are in here. So so it is well worth your time to keep having these conversations in spaces. I was quite pleased, and it was a really good turnout. It was a full house at the house. I was like, go ahead. So now I gotta have Professor Foreman on to talk about this book in some fashion, or at least have a salon about it. You know, at least have a salon about it, because I was really I'm really invested in it in a real sort of way. You're hearing voices. Should I be worried? Okay, Harry. Well, Harry, the you know the God is not necessarily a voice per se, as much as it is an awareness. God as an awareness. So yeah. You're so silly. And they do invite you, Harry. Don't tell me they don't invite you. They do invite you. If they invite me, they invite you. You just have to come. Have you been to Paul's house? He's got the only purple house on the block. So anyway, and he had good food too. It was good. It was vegan. Vegan, Harry. He was very vegan. Very, very vegan. Very, very, very vegan, which was nice for me because I could eat safely and not be afraid. Uh, anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. Uh, let's see what else is going on. Let's see what else is going on. Mm. Oh yeah. So, did y'all see Barack Obama giving us a little bit of Eminem rap? I was here for it. When you dig what you dig, you dig what you dig. You got to go with it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm not mad. So, listen. It's all right with me. It's all right with me. Uh, let's see what else is going on. Uh-oh, what you got, Harry?
They did not invite me.
You not in that email?
I nope,
Oh, I'm gonna have to tell Tom Breen.
because usually they do the staff meetings on Thursdays when I can't attend.
Well, this was, I think, it because Paul this is it's the Jewish holidays. So we were in the
And I
Sukkot.
think this was my hat yesterday. So I didn't think they wanted me to
What is that? Is that hair?
have
Is that
my Trump.
hair?
Yeah.
You bought that? You paid what? Harry, take that off my show.
So they didn't invite me.
Harry, you paid good money for that.
I'm guessing it's the hat.
Harry, you might want to save that. That might be worth something. It
The
looked
thing,
like it looked like a Big Bird hat.
the thing is that it's very I think feelings are very raw, right now.
Are they?
So I think they intentionally didn't invite me. I'll say they forgot, but they
Well,
don't
they probably
include me
thought
on
you would always say no.
what? Oh, I do always say no because they do the staff meetings during the times that I'm busy.
Oh, okay.
Intentionally or not, I don't know.
I don't think it's intentional. I think you know what it is. It's called the majority of the people can do it whenever they could do it. Because I don't always make them either, Harry, because I got commitments. So I try to make most of them, but
It could be that I'm Puerto Rican.
is there are we hating Puerto Ricans now? Like I'm just is there a new memo out? I don't know.
It could be that, or it could be the 2% Jew that I am.
As opposed to Paul's 100% Jew.
Or it could really be the 33% black that I am.
Mm,
Could be that.
wow. Well,
But I get it. I'm not fun to be around.
no, you are. I think you're fun to be around. I mean, you have your moments. I mean, you're funny.
I like that. I have my moments.
I mean, you're funny. You could be funny.
So
I've seen
so
people
Babs,
funny.
what's the problem? Who do we have to go see?
Oh, well, I'm not gonna put them on blast just yet, Harry. But if it escalates, I will. That's what I'm saying.
Who do we have to go see? Hold on, I got the music for you. Hold on, let me see.
What you got?
Look at here. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbit. You name it. Look. I got.
That's a good Thanksgiving song. That's how this is when you invite people for Thanksgiving, Harry. Particularly white people who don't know anything. They gotta
No,
play it
so
over and over to hear it, to catch what's gonna be served.
so I got mine,
Oh,
right?
you got yours? What does yours say?
Um, but you see, this is why I don't get invited places, right? So Tom gave it to me, and I said, "Did I win?" He's like, "Oh no, second or third place, or whatever it was." And I'm like, "Oh, so participation trophy. Okay."
Oh, I'm not saying that, Harry. I'm owning it like I won. What you get it for? You got two?
I got podcasting hyperlocal.
For what?
That's what it is. For
Okay.
LoveBabz, Love Talk.
Yay! Right? That's us.
Yeah. And second place for Dayline New Haven.
Yay!
For the Proud Boys episode with attorney Norm Pattis.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, this is I'm treating them like it's the Emmys, Harry. I don't care if I got third place.
So I guess I wasn't enthused enough, so I didn't get the invite.
Well, I didn't even know they were. I didn't know that Tom was giving them out. We knew that we had won. We knew months ago because they sent the email, so we knew. But to get an actual certificate, now I got to get it framed because that's a big deal to me. Woohoo!
Well, yeah, when they had announced that it was earlier in the year, right?
Yeah,
Um, Karen was
yeah.
like, "So do you guys get anything?" And I was like, "I guess not, but I guess so."
I guess so. I'll take a certificate. I'll go frame it up. See,
Yeah.
if Tom Breen and Paul Bass were women, they would have got these framed up for us. Oh, you know what? I got to call Joe Ugly too. Joe Ugly called me a couple of weeks ago, and I got to return his call. Oh, shoot, I completely forgot. I owe you a call. I'm going to send him a message. I owe him a call back.
Do
How's
you
he? Have you
really?
talked to him?
He came by like maybe a month and a half ago.
Hmm.
He's the same.
Oh, yeah.
Joe don't change.
Listen, does he still have his space? Is he still on radio?
Yeah, I think they're more focused on
On
high school sports and stuff now.
oh, okay. Okay.
So,
Okay.
but
Oh,
yeah,
because he called me and I just remembered that. I was like, damn, I gotta call him back.
I invited him to do a show with me, but no
He was like, no,
dice.
no dice.
Nope.
Mm. Well, there's other people who'll do. So what happens to Tom shows? Does the guest, do you put something else in his place or?
Well, right now he has he has a few things scheduled already. He has guest host
Oh, okay.
stuff. So yeah, I won't be making a decision on that hour till next year.
What hour is that? Is he before me or after?
After you
After.
On Mondays and Fridays.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You have an idea?
I might. I don't know. I'm always wanting to do stuff. Who knows?
By the way, people turn in submissions, reach out to Babs. You notice I said reach out to Babs.
I'm, if they reach out to me, how I'm just gonna send it to you. What are you talking about?
I know. I have enough emails.
You might as well just cut me out, cut the middleman out, and just go straight for it.
No,
That'd be
yes.
fun.
So submit it to the New Haven Independent or WNHH Radio, WNHH Radio at gmail.com. If you have any show ideas that you're interested in presenting, and we'll sit down with you, see if the idea is doable.
Yeah, yeah. I always tell people to reach out because they always asking me about it, and I don't think people expect me to like give them concrete answers. You know what I mean? I think people just they talk about it as like pie in the sky, and they don't really think you're gonna tell them to do it. And then I say, "Oh, this is what you do," and they're like, "Oh."
I've sat down with a lot of people, or I've even done Zoom interviews with people. But it's like you said, they don't. It's like they have the idea, but they don't think it's gonna be something that I'll buy into or something. But then when I'm like, okay, so you just got to develop this, and then I don't hear from them again.
I know. It's one of those things, Harry. Be careful what you ask for because
Yeah,
you might just get it.
exactly. They're like, oh, maybe I could get a meeting with Harry. Okay, now you got the meeting. Now it's on
And
you.
Harry's like, okay, yeah, I like this. Let's run with it. Do this. And then you don't hear from them. They're like, oh, is it this easy? Yeah, you asked for it. We make it happen. What's the problem?
So yeah.
I know I get it all the time, Harry. People always come up to me asking me about or they'll say, I used to do radio at such and such a time. I was like, well, just give Harry a call.
The thing is that we're on radio from 6 in the morning until 4, right? So 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's a tight, amount of time. And the real issue with people is fitting it into their schedule. And I have a set of shows already, that I can't move Babs. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, can I do it on 9 o'clock on a Friday? No, no, we're not doing that. So,
He's
so
like,
that's the
I
biggest
know.
problem with people. It's like, well, yeah, I can't do it in the middle of the day. Well, you can't do it in the morning either. So,
Oh, Lord. What are you gonna do? Well,
and it's not easy to do what Babs does every day. To actually speak to people. Or look, when you're by yourself. That's the most impossible thing to do for people here. Like when people's guests cancel, their shows cancel for the week. And it's like, yeah, but just go on by yourself. Oh,
And they're
by
like,
myself. It's like, yeah, it's doable.
yeah.
Go on and talk. Whatever you're going to talk to your guest about, I'm sure you have ideas, even the questions that you were going to ask the guests. Those are topics.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, it's hard for people to just look into the camera and talk.
It is. I get it all the time. And people think there's some extraordinary prep work that has to happen. It's like, what? uh-uh.
For me, it's always been simple. Like if I've shied away from doing my shows intentionally because I it was affecting online. It was affecting other people's show because the way the social media companies were treating me. So I shied away. But for me, it was easy to do because on the other side of the camera, I'm seeing Paul or I'm seeing Abelardo here. People I debate with all day on a daily basis. So I just put their face behind the camera and I'm arguing with them. So it's simple. But that's what you got to do. You just have to think of the person you normally have conversations with, and you're having the conversation with them. It's like Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not in person.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
take a chance. If you have an idea, WNHHradio@gmail.com. Send it, or we could do a Zoom meeting, or you could come in and pitch your idea. And if Babs likes it, yeah,
Don't put don't have these people running up on me.
I know. But it wouldn't be the first time Babs sends stuff over to me. You have Fly Tie, who has a show today at 1.
Well, he's the one I sent to you because
Yeah.
he was another one, Harry. He would come by the porch last summer or whenever before he started. And he was like, how did I listen to you? How could I do that? I was like, well, here's Harry. And then I saw him again. And he was like, I said, why did you call Harry? Oh, I don't know. Will he take my call? Yeah, yeah. I told him you was gonna call him. Call him.
He finally called me while I was on vacation. And it was funny because I was in Myrtle Beach with Karen, and he just happened to be in Myrtle Beach too. So he was like, can we meet? I'm like, no. You're gonna have to wait till I'm in New Haven. But it all worked out. So not easy. He has times where he's trying to come up with topics and stuff like that. And he added a co-host
Yeah,
and everything. So,
yeah.
you know, you got to work around whatever it is that you're having difficulty with.
Yeah, because if you want to do it, you're gonna make it work for yourself.
So,
And yeah, because he talked to me a couple of times before he actually, I was like, listen, just do it. He's like, just like that. I was like, yeah, just what's the problem? You're not doing brain surgery.
you, you know what's funny is that he used to, Joe Ugly used to have a poetry show that they used to do in the evening, and he was a
Yeah,
part of that.
yeah, yeah.
So last time when Joe came about a month and a half ago, he's like, "So you're just stealing all of my people? You have Preston and Easy," and I'm like, "Well, if they're better over here, they have a better producer over here." But yeah, but reach out to Joe. Maybe he's the one who wants to pitch.
Maybe. Well, he know how to call you, Harry. He wouldn't be calling me.
I think he changed his number, right? Give
Did
his
he?
number.
Because I just texted him, but I didn't hear back yet. So, because he left me a message, but I didn't pay attention.
Check the number for that the message that was left, because I think when he came, he gave Paul a new number. So
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay. I wonder if he's still he's still living in New Haven.
Yeah, he's still in the tower.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. That divorce money must be long.
He's still there. He's still his studio is still there. So
Oh, is he still got a studio?
yep.
Okay. All right. Because I can still see it from the when you're on the street.
Yeah.
But I hadn't been up there in such a long time. So I was like, oh. Oh, all right. I gotta go on break, don't I?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So let's
Going
do
on
this.
break. Anru is up next.
Anru is gonna come back and soothe your soul. But until then, thank you for listening to LoveBabz Love Talk, and we're gonna do this.
Look at here. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans.